Yeah, Maury, this is a game that we've been talking about since the NFL released its schedule, and there is a lot of noise surrounding this one. The Patriots deciding to go with the rookie Mac Jones as their quarterback. Welcome out here to Foxborough. Joining me now is Kim Kalunian, and Kim, the much anticipated return of Tom Brady is just days away. Sports reporter Taylor Begley was there to see it all. Taylor, the Pats moving to 3-4 on the season. How does this win help with the team's confidence? It's been 729 days since we last saw URI and PC go head-to-head on the hardwood. Jason Tatum walking off the court, greeting fans after he dropped 50 points tonight. I think that fans will cheer when he comes onto the field. We're not going to hear PSA by Jay-Z, of course. It's the first time since 2001 the Patriots are 2 games below 500. The Red Sox now just 1 game away from advancing to the ALCS. Nick Pivetta comes in and throws 4 scoreless innings. We're flipping out here in the sports department because during Thursday's Thanksgiving Day high school football games, wide receiver Joe Achardo did multiple round-off back handsprings. Now, if we move to the Bucs game, you had wide receiver Jacoby Myers, who used to play quarterback in high school. He airs it out to Aguilar.
A Johnston High School football player went viral this past week for this reason right here, doing backflips on the field during the Thanksgiving Day game against Pilgrim. Well, it turns out that football player is also a professional dancer.
New at 5:30, 12 Sports reporter Rosie Langello introduces us to the young man underneath the helmet and his #1 fan, his dad.
The ultimate distraction.
So when it happened, handspring, layout.
It was a play that we were going to run the quarterback sneak anyway.
I heard people talking while I was flipping out.
God.
And I was like, oh, it has to work then.
Oh, it worked. The Johnston Panthers scored. Joe Achardo has been the head coach at Johnston for over 15 years. His trick play came from a solo performance done by his own son, Joey Achardo. Since then, the video of his 18-year-old has gone viral.
Like, this is crazy, you know? We never had anything like that happen before.
Turns out, this wasn't the first time Joey put on a solo performance in front of a crowd.
My mom owned the studio before even I was born, so once I was able to walk, I was always with my mom, like here.
Here is the High Step and Dance Academy in Johnston, where Joey, the wide receiver, becomes Joey, the dancer.
I like performing. I like performing in front of people. I like entertaining them. I like dancing just because it's fun for me.
He learned his first backflip when he was just 5 years old. And since then, Joey has been tumbling and dancing with some of the biggest stars in Hollywood, from Justin Bieber to dancing in front of Jennifer Lopez. But it was a solo performance early in his career that captured the heart of a specific audience member.
I had a Rocky solo, and my dad was going through chemotherapy. He had non-Hodgkin's, and his favorite movie was Rocky. So while he was in the hospital, my mom got like a bunch of Rocky music together, like mashed it all from all 4 or 5 Rocky movies, and did a solo.
It was a time in Joe's life he wishes to forget.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that, so. It caught me off guard. It was tough. You're an adult, and it's a tough time that you're going through, but when I looked at him, that kills you, to think that if he was going to be fatherless. And I think that's what gave me the strength.
Definitely hard, me being so young and me being so close to my dad. So it was a very emotional solo to do. You know, he would watch it and know that was for him.
But that Rocky solo is one Joe will never forget, and one that he says helped him beat cancer.
He had like a little black eye and the robe, like the Rocky robe, and he did that routine. It was unbelievable.
What did you feel after that solo happened?
Proud. I felt proud, you know. Especially my mom was proud too, her being the choreographer. But mostly my dad, and luckily he fought it off, and I get to still be with him today.
He's your high school football coach. He's your dad. It sounds like he's your superhero.
He is. He is. He's one of my best friends, you know.
He says that you are his superhero.
Yeah, well, I'd say the same about him, that's for sure. Yeah.
In Johnston, Rosie Langello, 12 Sports. Every Thursday, Safina Grajo heads to dance class.
I started dancing for I might have been 3 or 4.
Wearing her usual uniform, a tutu and a leotard.
Dance is my girly side.
Her mother, Jessica,
Always the ballet bun.
helps Safina achieve the typical ballerina look.
Does it look good?
Looks lovely.
Dance, I just wore a cute little tutu.
But the day before dance class, Safina puts down the tutu and transforms into a gi.
Once I chance to a gi, I feel more ready to defend or attack.
The gi, a heavy cotton jacket paired with a belt, which symbolizes rank, is worn when practicing
Ready? Go for it. Time is running.
jiu-jitsu.
I feel like once I take my girly stuff off, I feel like a different person now.
4.
In jiu-jitsu, I feel more strong.
The third grader from Cumberland Hill Elementary has been rolling on her opponents, literally.
How many medals have you won?
I don't know, maybe 21 or 18.
She's ranked 41st out of 1,600 kids in the entire world.
I feel great because not a lot of girls or boys get to be that high like I am.
And she's won 58 competitions. But here's the thing, Safina has only been practicing jiu-jitsu for just 2 years.
Thought I was just gonna be a little girl doing anything she wants. But until jiu-jitsu came into my life, I felt really comfortable doing it.
Why did you get into jiu-jitsu?
Because you want to know how to protect yourself, and you have to have that confidence in doing that. That's why I started jiu-jitsu, because I wanted to be comfortable knowing that I'm going to be safe without my parents.
You seem like you love this sport so much. Why should it be more popular?
Because people can really, I know some people out there are having a tough time and don't really fit in sometimes. So I think if they ever get hurt or bullied sometimes, they should start jiu-jitsu in defense so they won't get hurt anymore.
1.
Safina is wise beyond her years, and her motivation is unlike any 8-year-old you know. Being ranked 41st in the world is great and all,
But I think I will feel even better once I get really high up there. So,
What's really high up there?
being number 1. And if I maybe get a black belt, I will feel the best in the whole entire world.
so it doesn't matter if it's a tutu or a gi. Safina isn't letting a uniform stop her from being her best. In Northborough, Rosie Langello, 12 Sports.
Well, a sad day for baseball fans worldwide. Hall of Famer Hank Aaron died at the age of 86. Despite being one of the most famous ball players ever, he always made time to write to his fans. And as Rosie Langello tells us, he made a special impact on one from Rhode Island.
Dear Mr. Aaron,
For Johnston's Ann Botello,
although I've been a Braves fan
baseball was everything,
since '47, before you joined the team,
and one of her favorite players was Hammerin' Hank Aaron.
huge sports fan along with my grandfather in general.
When it came to home runs, Aaron was consistent throughout his career. And so was Ann, but instead of using a ball and a bat, she used a pen and a paper.
It was a tough time back then, I guess, for him, and she wanted to send some support from Little Rhode Island.
This is just one of the letters Ann wrote to Hank, penned on May 19th, 1973.
We don't get many of your games on our TV, but I follow the newspapers.
Not even a month later, Hank responded to Ann.
Dear Mrs. Botello, as the so-called countdown begins, please be assured I will try to live up to the expectations of my friends.
The countdown to beat Babe Ruth's home run record. Something Ann was also keeping track of.
7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
Ann passed away last January One of her daughters contacted the Baseball Hall of Fame and submitted the letters in March. The acceptance certificate for the letters came Thursday, one day before Hank passed away.
She probably would have been blown away, ecstatic, like the perfect place for it to be.
So while the pen pals never got to meet in person,
keep up the good work, Hank.
Hank and Ann shared a mutual love.
Although there are some bad people jealous of you, there are many rooting for you.
For America's national pastime.
Once the Braves lose Mr. Baseball, Henry Aaron, I don't think I could be a fan again. Sincerely, Mrs. G.A. Patello.
In Providence, Rosie Langello, 12 Sports.